Hi guys, as promised, we will feature a non-meta hero in our video today. Despite not being strong compared to other heroes, this one has been my personal favorite when I was starting out due to the useful traits she has, specifically, being able to freeze opponents, which is amazing against bosses, and one-hitting waves of enemies with her explosive bolt. Personally, I was pretty disappointed when she got completely overshadowed by other heroes, especially in the endgame Torment difficulty. So I spent the last few days theory crafting and putting together a build for her to see if we can actually finish the game using only the Hunter. It was a massive challenge resource-wise to make this character work, and let's be honest, it is still objectively easier to use a meta class like the Ranger. But if you guys are stubborn like me and interested in exactly how I built my Hunter to conquer Torment, here it is. Before we look at the skills, I want to explain exactly why the Hunter struggles and what she is lacking compared to the Ranger. Unlike the Ranger, the Hunter has a naturally slow attack speed. The irony is that one of her best skills actually depend on a set number of basic attacks to trigger. To make matters worse, she only has a single passive skill in her kit that increases her attack speed. Next is that the Hunter completely lacks an increased projectile damage passive, which is a massive loss for a ranged attacker. The Hunter also has mixed damage types like physical, fire, ice, and lightning, making it hard to make her damage good enough. She has a lot of skills that increase crit chance and crit damage, but honestly, crit is kind of trash in this game because it's too hard to reach 100%. You are much better off stacking raw attack damage instead. It's easier to get and way more reliable. So with these concepts laid out, let's look at how we made this build. For our active skill setup, we are running Explosive Bolt and Frost Bolt. Explosive Bolt triggers every 6 basic attacks, and the 688% damage multiplier is absolutely massive and can easily one-hit any enemy. You can reduce this requirement down to 3 basic attacks using the unique stats from the Arcana Dimensional Crossbow or the Arcana Rune Helmet. However, take note that these do not stack. I already tested it for you. Also, using accessories like the Arcana Ethereal Amulet, which grants a basic attack requirement reduction of +1, also does not work here. It will still require 3 basic attacks minimum to trigger. Now for Frost Bolt, it deals a lower 270% damage but adds that crucial freeze effect to lock down enemies. It also has a slightly larger area of effect. However, keep in mind that neither of these skills is affected by increased area of effect modifiers, so do not waste your stats targeting AoE gear. When allocating your passive points, first we get attack damage, which affects basic attacks and all of her skills. Next is the fire damage and cold damage for the skills, and physical damage for basic attacks. You can then put points on cooldown reduction, so it will be easier for you to reach the 75% cooldown reduction cap. Then, put whatever remaining points you have left into crit chance and crit damage. Now, before we proceed to the next part, which is our gears, I want to share a tool I've been using recently. The team behind it has been kind enough to sponsor this section to let you guys know how it can help you manage your loot better in Taskbar Hero. Don't worry, this is not a cheat or an abusive tool that will get you banned. If you run Taskbar Hero in the background while working or idling in other games, managing inventory clutter and blind grinding can get pretty tedious. That's where LagoFast comes in to help you manage your background grind seamlessly. One tool they have that is incredibly useful is the Auto Assistant. Even if you leave Taskbar Hero running while you are away from home, at work, or sleeping, you can be completely sure your inventory won't overflow. The tool automatically handles auto chest opening, so your chest count never hits its limit, and it features auto stashing to keep your main bag clear. If you're worried about your stash getting full instead, it also features auto synthesis and auto alchemy, which you can completely customize. For example, if you want to auto synthesize all equipment up to rare, and then auto alchemy uncommon materials, LagoFast can do that for you. Another thing I really like is that you can see real-time market prices straight from your inventory, helping you choose exactly which items to sell since we have limited slots on our trade ship. Plus, if you're afraid of missing out on the trade ship cooldown, you can automatically queue items up with their auto-load ship feature. You can also maximize your loot thanks to LagoFast's gear and material drop details feature, which lets you see the game's drop data in advance so you know exactly what items are going to drop. This works because the moment you enter a stage, the game server preloads the predetermined loot into your computer's memory. If you don't like the upcoming drops, you can simply go to another stage to reset it. For example, as you can see, we are currently farming in Torment 3.9, which has a level 80 box. If I don't like the look of the preloaded drops, I can switch over to Torment 1.2, which has a level 65 box, and the loot table will change. Once the list updates, if I still don't like it, I can just head back to stage 39 to reset the list again. This completely maximizes your active farming efficiency so you get much better items. LagoFast also helps reduce network latency, fix lag, and improve your frame rates by easily switching you to the lowest load server. Performance-wise, the tool strictly simulates natural player actions and operates within safe trigger intervals synced with the game's natural flow. It doesn't modify data, generate items out of thin air, or alter official drop rates, making it completely safe from bans. You can download the free trial using the link in the pinned comment and use the code MYGAME for 30% off. Now back to the topic and let's talk about our gears. For our weapon and sub-weapon, we are using both level 80 Arcana. This is actually very cheap on the market because there aren't a lot of people playing the Hunter. As I said earlier, the Arcana dimensional crossbow has a unique stat, so it is good to use this. Now I slotted amethyst and dice for physical damage decoration, and engraving here to see if we could one-hit enemies in Torment 3.9 with our basic attacks alone. Unfortunately, she still falls short of a one-hit unless you have a priest. Alternatively, you can engrave Nightshade Extract for attack damage percentage so it can affect your skills as well. Take note that it is not good to get flat attack damage for the Hunter, as she already has a high attack damage stat, so the increase from flat damage is minimal. Now for the armors, to be honest, I just reused the armors from my Slayer build to easily hit that 75% cooldown reduction cap, on which I put turquoise and arcane crystal for cooldown reduction decoration and engraving. However, the important piece of gear is the rune helmet if you don't equip an Arcana dimensional crossbow, since they share the same unique stat. For the chest armor, it doesn't really matter, but try to put at least an immortal grade so you can decorate and engrave it. For the gloves, we are using the immortal dimensional gloves for additional attack damage, and the immortal dimensional boots for move speed. Moving on to accessories, make sure to use an immortal grade or above so you can put 2 decorations and an engraving. I slotted an obsidian shard for the decoration to get that attack damage percentage increase, and phoenix ash on the engraving for attack speed. Try to get attack speed in the inherent status if available, but if not, it's fine. But the truly important accessory here is the immortal ethereal earring, which adds a huge amount of attack damage and gives you necessary life leech. So that's it for our Hunter build. To be honest, it is quite disappointing that despite making her fully geared up, she still falls short against a ranger with minimal gear. I really hope the Hunter gets some love in future updates and they buff her up. And of course, we need more difficulty levels and balancing to make this game more fun. I especially love her upcoming new maid outfit, and of course, the new dark-themed outfit for the ranger as well. In our next video, we will finally be making a guide for the current best farming method for Torment 3.9 since we finally dropped our Arcana Frozen Orb. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can stay updated on our next video. See you guys in the next one.